Welcome to the NSK Neustadt Prize announcement. I am Carrie White, your host for this week's events, and I'm going to turn things over to R.C. Davis Undiano, our moderator for tonight. Take things away, R.C.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. It's wonderful having you here. I am R.C. Davis Undiano, the Executive Director of the World Literature Today organization. I'm so pleased that you could join us for this portion of the 2020 Neustadt Lit Fest. We are gathered here tonight to hear a very important announcement. The winner of the 2021, not 2021, NSK Neustadt Prize for Children's Literature. This is an international children's and young adult literary award founded in 2003 and given in odd-numbered years by World Literature Today. The prize is an offshoot of the Neustadt International Prize for Literature. Nancy Barcelo, Kathy Neustadt, and Susan Neustadt Schwartz, the daughters of Walter Jr. and Dolores Neustadt, and the granddaughters of Walter Sr. and Doris Westheimer Neustadt, established the prize to, quote, enhance the quality of children's literature by recognizing writing that contributes to the quality of children's lives. It is one of few children's and young adult literature awards that is given for an author's entire body of work. Only living writers are eligible, and the main criterion is the positive impact of a writer's work on the quality of children's or young adult literature. To distinguish the prize from others such as the Newbery, Caldecott, and Hans Christian Andersen Awards, the Neustadts decided there would be no limitations concerning age range, genre, or media of the children's or young adult literature up for consideration. Candidates for the award are nominated by a jury of children's literature writers, illustrators, and scholars, and the jury also selects the winner. The winner receives a check for $35,000, a silver medallion, and a certificate and a public ceremony at the University of Oklahoma. To date, the winners of the NSK Neustadt Prize for Children's Literature include Mildred D. Taylor, Brian Doyle, Catherine Patterson, Vera B. Williams, Virginia Ewell Wolf, Naomi Shihab Nye, Meshach Asari, Marilyn Nelson, and Margarita Engel. The finalists for the NSK Prize for 2021 are as follows: Laurie Halls Anderson, Representative Text, Shout, a volume of poetry; Eric Gansworth, Representative Text, Give Me Some Truth, a YA novel; Meg Medina, Mercy Suarez Changes Gears, a YA novel; Linda Sue Park, Prairie Lotus, a YA novel; Jason Reynolds, Long Way Down, a YA novel; Cynthia Laitec Smith, Hearts Unbroken, a YA novel; Matali Perkins, You Bring the Distance, a novel; Laurel Snyder, Orphan Island, a YA novel; and Alex Weedle, Straight Outta Gronkton. To announce the winner tonight, we have with us one of the Neustadt family who has made these programs possible for over 40 years. Thank you, Kathy Neustadt, for making possible so many programs that benefit the world of literature and OU students. We're deeply appreciative of everything you do for the University of Oklahoma and its students. Kathy Neustadt lives in Denver and is a freelance field producer for ABC News and works on productions for World News Tonight, Good Morning America, and Nightline. She is the chair of the Meisel Arts and Culture Board at the Denver Jewish Community Center and is proud to have endowed the annual Neustadt Jam Fest, which every fall in Denver features visiting authors, artists, musicians, and new films. She's also a trustee at the Rose Community Foundation in Denver. In 2015, Kathy was honored by the Meisel Center when she received its Cultural Achievement Award, the same year that she also received the Regents Alumni Award for service at OU. She graduated from the University of Denver in Mass Communications and has two amazing grown children, Tess and Josh. Please give a warm welcome to my good friend, Kathy Neustadt.
Thanks, RC, for that introduction. It's so wonderful to be a part of the first ever 100% virtual Neustadt Lit Fest. And I'm really so pleased with the way that this online format has allowed us to bring this conference to the world. 41 countries at last count have said hello in the chat box. The quality of this virtual event is undeniable, and it really is the next best thing to all of us being together. Before I announce the 2020 NSK Prize winner, I want to thank all 9 jurors who spent the better part of today defending their candidates, learning about the others, and being incredibly thoughtful in this arduous process. I think everyone will agree it was not easy, but they all said all of the nominations were worthy of this honor. So, the winner of the next 2021 NSK Prize is a New York Times bestselling author of fiction for children and young adults. A member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, she writes works that are centered on the lives of modern day American Native people. In addition to picture books for young children and YA novels, she maintains a website for children's literature resources and is a faculty member at Vermont College of Fine Arts, teaching in the Writing for Children and Young Adults MFA program. I am so proud to announce that the winner is Cynthia Laitec Smith. Ms. Smith will receive the NSK Neustadt Prize for Children's Literature in the fall of 2021 at a Neustadt Lit Fest event, hopefully at the University of Oklahoma. The representative text for this award was Hearts Unbroken, which won the 2020 ALA American Indian Youth Literature Award. In her discussion of that novel, Dr. Debbie Reese, a Nambe Pueblo member, writes that it captures life for so many Native teens who most of America don't see, even though they're right there in front of you. There is so much love and warmth and reality all through Hearts Unbroken, and so much hope. Tracy Sorrell, a Cherokee author, writes that without Cynthia Laitec Smith, the landscape of Native creations in the field of children's literature would not be as lush. She continues in saying that Smith is also a remarkable person who extends herself by mentoring Native writers about craft, business questions, and even connecting them to agents. Monica Brown, the juror who nominated Cynthia Laitec Smith for this award, comments on the rarity of a writer who has given us so many important, beautiful, entertaining, and empowering books, and yet is a writer who has also given such an enormous gift to other writers, educators, and to children's literature as a whole. I look forward to joining my sisters Nancy Barcelo and Susan Schwartz to welcome this enormously talented and deserving writer as part of the fall 2021 Neustadt Lit Fest at the University of Oklahoma. Congratulations to Cynthia.
Yay, yay.
Yay.
Okay, we are going to hear next from the winning juror who nominated the winner this year. Monica Brown is a Peruvian American writer. She's well known for the Lola Levine and Sarah book series. She has written several biographies of important Latinx figures, and she's a professor at Northern Arizona University. Monica?
This is such a joyful day, not only because the most amazing writer and human, Cynthia Laitec Smith, is being honored for her work and her body of work and what she brings to children's literature, but because we spent the morning discussing, more than the morning, we spent hours upon hours discussing an amazing, rich, diverse group of children's authors, several of whom are here: Eric Gansworth, Mitali Perkins, Meg Medina, Linda Sue Park. And I can't see everyone who's here, but I honor each of you. We agreed that we have excellent taste, all the jurors. Again, my name is Monica Brown. I teach at Northern Arizona University, which sits at the base of the San Francisco Peaks, which is a sacred peak to 14 different tribal nations, including the Hopi and the Navajo. And I teach at a university that has one of the highest, if not the highest, number of Indigenous students aside from those on tribal nations. And I cannot tell you what the work of Cynthia Laitec Smith means to my students. She is a picture book author, one of my favorite of so many books. She's prolific, but she's the author of Jingle Dancer. She's the author of several middle grades, including Indian Shoes and Rain Is Not My Indian Name, which is one of my favorite books. She is the best-selling author of the fantasy trilogy Tantalize, New York Times best-selling author, as well as the wonderful YA novel Hearts Unbroken, which we spent a lot of time talking about today, which won the 2020 ALA American Indian Youth Literature Award. But as I want to really note, Cynthia's work extends beyond what she herself as an individual has put out into the world. She is all about community and generosity of spirit. And we are in a time where kindness and generosity should be celebrated. After conversations with colleagues, Ellen O at We Need Diverse Books, she went to HarperCollins to Rosemary Bronson, who is, I believe, the executive editor, one of my editors as well, and proposed to found a native imprint, Heart Drum, and she did it. She is the curator. Many of these deals and future books aren't announced, but to date, there are going to be 13 new Indigenous writers signed to this imprint. And the last statistics we have from the wonderful Children's Cooperative Book Center was that in 2019, there were 28 Indigenous writers publishing books, and some overlap, some they weren't necessarily individual writers. 28 books authored by Indigenous people out of over 4,000 that the Book Center received, to give you an idea of the impact that Cynthia is having on the field of Indigenous children's literature. It's amazing. I collected stories from so many different people. I could list so many incredible writers that she has touched with her mentorship. In fact, her local community, and you learn a lot about people by what the people who live with them every day of the week experience. Her own local community, SCBWI chapter in Austin, Texas, named their mentoring award after her. I was going to share some quotes, but I really just need to say thank you, Cynthia. I honor your contributions. It's a celebratory day for you and all these generous, wonderful writers that were finalists.
Thank you so much, Monica Brown. One of the great advantages of being a virtual conference this year is that we have the magic of the writer actually here tonight. I don't think we've ever tried to fly in the writer on the day that we announce the winner. I guess we could try that sometime. But in this case, we actually do have Cynthia Vladic Smith, and she has very generously and graciously agreed to say a few things to us tonight. So, and she at this point literally needs no introduction. She's just been introduced. So Cynthia, could you join us?
I'm honored. Thank you. This is definitely an oh wow kind of moment. My deepest thanks to the distinguished NSK judges and everyone who's contributing to the success of this festival. It was a tremendous honor to even be mentioned in the company of the finalists, and I am forever starstruck by them all. I'd like to give a shout out to Monica for nominating me, and to everyone in attendance who creates and lifts up books for young readers, especially narratives that reflect underrepresented and marginalized people. It's a particular honor for me to accept this as someone who hails from the growing and vibrant community of Native children's and YA book creators. There were many, many years of events wherein I was the only present Native author, and I am over the moon, spinning, delighted that that is really starting to change. You know, my grandma Milda is an Oklahoma girl. She is 96 years young. And the last time I talked to her, she said, honey, people ask me how I keep on keeping on, and I tell them every day brings blessings and surprises. Grandma is right. I'm so grateful to you all for your enthusiasm and support, Madam. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. So what you can expect will be, all of you will be a 2021 Lit Fest that will be virtual, and we'll see if it can also be in person. I have a feeling it may be 100% virtual again, and it'll probably be in October. That's what we'll have to talk to Cynthia about. So I think this is on track to maybe being our shortest session so far, but I know the jury did a 5-hour jury deliberation today, and I think everybody else is probably fine with this being a little bit shorter tonight. So anything else from Kathy, Monica? Carrie is going to say some things here at the end and promote tomorrow a little bit, but I think for this part, I think we're done. Carrie?
A hearty congratulations to Monica and to Cynthia and to all the amazing authors and jurors. I see at least 5 of the nominees on here. So thank you all. Your works were brilliant. The jury represented you incredibly well. So thanks to everyone.